Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are Living Well, the ultimate health journey. We have a great topic for you guys this evening. We are discussing brain health. So, buckle on in, get a notepad, get something to write with because you definitely want to take notes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having this discussion, Dr. Philip Zinni. Brain health. Let's talk about it. Take it away.
So this is going to be quite in depth, and we may even maybe do a two segment or a two parter, just because there's so much about it. So typically, when people think about brain health, they think about the big things like Alzheimer's or dementia, and even those have various um, sub classifications, if you will, different types of dementia, whether it be senile dementia or microvascular dementia. And when you step back and take a look at it, it's all about what you originally let off with, and that is brain health. So, how do you keep the brain healthier? And by healthier, meaning how do you reduce inflammation in the brain? And how do you allow the brain to kind of heal itself? So, we'll step back and look at who usually gets dementia. Um, Typically, it's unfortunately statistically more females than males. And part of the belief of that is because typically females live longer than men. So if you live longer, then theoretically you may have more of a propensity or more of a chance to develop some type of brain health, Alzheimer's, dementia issue. The other thing is that there may be a genetic link to it. So there is some genetic testing to see if you may have a genetic predisposition to it. And then the last thing is, and we've kind of woven this topic through everything, is cultural. In other words, are you kind of doing the same thing that your parents and your grandparents did? Because all that can lead to dementia. So when you think about some of the causes, uh, most of the thinking right now is, as I mentioned before, inflammation. So, one of the leading causes of inflammation in the brain is diabetes. So, some people are even coining the term or linking Alzheimer's to diabetes and calling it type 3 diabetes. So, we all know about prediabetes. So type 3 is in that similar vein where your blood sugar isn't well controlled, your insulin levels are kind of chronically high, inflammatory markers are kind of chronically high. So anything you can do to reduce your blood sugar level is going to be beneficial for you. And you've heard us talk in other discussions how everything is related to diet. And diet is related to not only the foods you consume, but how is your gastrointestinal tract handling those foods? Are they absorbing them well? Are they not absorbing them? Is it a leaky gut type of phenomenon? Or some people have a variation of irritable bowel syndrome or gluten or food sensitivity issues. So we're finding that there is this kind of direct link between the intestinal health and brain health. So if we can do everything we can to get gut health better, so dial back to our discussion about gut health, and that was back in August. So dial back to that one, and you'll learn some of the things we talked about gut health. However, again, we want to reduce inflammation. So, getting your diabetes under control, getting blood sugar under control, that's going to be helpful. There's an other kind of constellation of things or a grouping of things, and it's called metabolic syndrome. And that means people that have maybe low level or not optimal blood sugar, maybe their blood pressure is a little bit high, maybe their cholesterol levels are a little bit high. and they're a little bit overweight, and that's called metabolic syndrome, which sets you up for this, again, pro-inflammatory state. So if you can get some tests done to look at some of those inflammatory markers. So specifically for blood sugar, it's C-peptide, insulin levels, A1C, and of course the fasting blood sugar. So it looks like we got our first question. Robert, what are the key factors that influence brain health as we age? So interestingly enough, thanks for the question, Robert. Interesting enough, I read an article last week that some research is pointing towards something that is so fundamental and so intuitive, but people don't think about it, and it's just hydration. So, in other words, making sure that you're getting adequate amounts of water. And we've always talked about hydration throughout the program and each one of our different discussions. But if you think about it, anything that's going to help the brain to stay flush, if you will, to stay hydrated, so that this way uh, any type of toxin can be easily moved out or kind of flushed out. So that's the simplest thing to do is hydration. The second thing that research is showing is adequate rest, adequate sleep. There is this whole kind of lymphatic system that surrounds the brain. And that lymphatic system helps to flush out toxins that develop, to help flush out the inflammatory products that can develop. So, hydration to make sure that the brain is adequately hydrated, to make sure that there is enough of this kind of lymphatic cycle to drain things out. And then adequate sleep, because when you sleep, that's when the lymphatic system works the best. So, for some people, adequate sleep might be 6 hours, other people it might be eight, other 10. You're going to know when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you got a good night rest and you can start the day. Another way to know that you got a good night's sleep is if you can remember your dreams. When you remember your dreams, that means you're getting into that deep REM sleep, REM, which is rapid eye movement sleep. That knows that you're getting that deep restorative sleep. Yvette asks, what are some foods known to improve cognitive performance? So anything that is going to help um, reproduce or allow your body to reproduce glutathione. So glutathione is a tri amino acid peptide. So if you have a broad spectrum diet that has all the amino acids, whether you want to go plant based doesn't make a difference, or if you want to go more animal based, there's a lot of good research that shows that if you can go more plant based, then you're going to lower the acidic value in your body, which helps to reduce inflammation. That makes your body a little bit more alkaline. Then that may be a better way to get those amino acids. And then um, some of the anti inflammatory vegetables are going to be good for you. Some of those are some of the cruciform vegetables. But again, you have to be a little bit wary because some people are not as tolerant to those. But the cruciform vegetables are cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, things like that. And then the dark green leafy vegetables. So Swiss chard, spinach, kale, those are going to be good anti-inflammatory uh, food group sources. And then there's supplements. There's specifically glutathione supplements. There's specifically mangosteen supplements, curcumin, bromelain. Um, some of those are going to help out with turmeric. Some of those are going to help out with reducing inflammation and help in general brain health. Darlene asks, what role does hydration play in maintaining optimal brain function? So if you can keep everything well lubricated, um, so it's not quite like oil in your car, in your vehicle, but what hydration does is it helps the body go through all the metabolic functions. So when a cell makes energy, it uses water in order to make that energy. So if you can hydrate, then that means the cell is going to be able to flush things out better. So that's the role in hydration. And then if you live in a relatively dry environment, I'm in Reno at 4,000 feet, so it's relatively dry. So there's something called insensible perspiration, which means that it is so dry that I naturally have to conscientiously drink
Mhm.
more water. Um, or if you're exercising more, then you should consume at least 10% more. The good rule of thumb is about half your body weight in ounces of water a day. The only caveat is if you have kidney disease or if you're taking medication specifically for kidney disease, consult with your physician to make sure that you're not overloading your body. Or if you have congestive heart failure, you want to talk to your physician to make sure that you're not overloading the body. But in general, the more fluid you drink, the better off your body is going to do.
I have a question, Dr. Zinni. So as we're talking about brain health and different foods that we can take for inflammation and just helps overall, what are some foods specifically that's known to be good for the brain?
So, one of the classic protein sources is in the nut family, and it's the walnut. Some people like to use the kind of visual memory. When you look at a walnut, it kind of looks like a little brain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the good brain foods for you. Ginkgo biloba is a supplement because Darlene is asking about supplements. Ginkgo biloba is another supplement that specifically helps out with brain health. And again, I can't overemphasize glutathione because the body starts the reproduction capabilities trail off at about age 20. At age 40, they drop off precipitously, and we can't reproduce enough. We can't make enough. So you have to supplement that. So those are some of them. Also, the B vitamins as a class in general are going to be beneficial. So B vitamins can be found in some vegetables and fruits, and that's probably the best way you're going to find them. Classically, it's in some animal proteins, but you probably don't want to consume those. So the best way is through fruits, vegetables, and through supplementation. Even though we always say that your diet should be the foundation, just by the very nature of our agroeconomy, we don't, even if you're getting organic fruits and vegetables, they're not the same fruits and vegetables in the same soil that was found back 80, 90, 100 years ago. The soil is
Mm-hmm.
depleted. So unless you're growing your own, you're nurturing the soil with nutrients and natural occurring nitrates, you're not going to get it in your food. So you have to supplement. Um, Sorry to say that. That's just a fact of life. Um, Maybe it'll change in the future. I'm not sure.
So I have another question for
Yeah,
you. So what role does folic acid play as far as brain health? Because I remember, the doctor telling me, make sure you take your prenatals because it has folic acid and it's good to help the baby's brain.
so that is a good question, and it is specifically um, for pregnant women, for moms, to prevent what are called neural tube defects. So there's a part of the spinal cord, part of the brain that develops. and that helps to prevent that type of defect. Now, as far as natural brain regeneration and brain health, that's why you want to have a good broad spectrum B complex vitamin to help out with cellular regeneration, to help out with axonal neuron regeneration. That means the little connections and the synapses for them.
Awesome. So Darnell asks, what role does genetics play in brain health and the risk of cognitive decline?
So, classically, where genetics comes into play is within Alzheimer's. There are certain markers that can be shown to maybe say you might be at a heightened risk for Alzheimer. But again, genetics is just the underlying that is superimposed by environment over it. So if you have not so good genetics, but you have a great environment on top of that, the chances of that genetic disposition being expressed is really small. So I don't want people to get hung up on genetics.
That's a very good point. So basically, so genetics is, so let me put it like this. So your lifestyle is essentially what fuels that underlying, you know, issue.
Correct, correct. So lifestyle is going to enhance or exacerbate or magnify some type of underlying issue. On the other hand, lifestyle could also dramatically diminish it too. So, because the body has this miraculous inherent way of healing itself when you give it everything it needs. The classic is when people are told they have a terminal disease or a terminal issue, then the brain stops trying, literally
Hmm.
trying, and will stop looking for a solution, will stop looking for a way to heal. So that's why, as a physician, I try not to label people. I always try to be optimistic. I always try to um, talk about positive things that can be done. So this way, it's kind of um, rooted that there is a way out. There is a way to heal. There is a reason to strive to get healthier.
And that's a very good point because, you know, what you think about something is what you bring about. I truly believe that. So Tony asks, what supplements and vitamins do you recommend for the brain?
Yeah, so there's kind of a core foundation um, that we use, that I use, and I recommend for a couple of reasons. One, the company that I'm the medical advisor for, our claim to fame is not inventing a glutathione product or a mangosteen product or an ultimate vitamin product. Our claim to fame is the patented and patent pending processes that make it more bioavailable, because you can have the most expensive supplement or even medicine, quite frankly, in the world. And if your body doesn't absorb it, it's useless. So the best one is the one that is bioavailable. So we have a glutathione product. Thank you, Alice. That's the Glutamist, the blue one. Then we have a mangosteen product. That's the xanthomist product. And then we have an ultimate vitamin, which is a broad based multivitamin that also has methylated B vitamins, because it's shown that most people can't methylate um, their B vitamins, and as a result, the absorption is reduced. So we methylate it for you. And then the last one is a multi superfruit that has all the superfoods to help out with antioxidation. That's kind of the core. Now, if you want to spring off of that, then as I mentioned earlier, ginkgo biloba, curcumin, turmeric. Um, if there's underlying specific COVID-related issues, you may want to add on NSK and bromelain. Um, and then, of course, omega-3 fatty acids or fish oil, that's going to be beneficial for you too. So there's a lot there. Maybe start with a foundation and then take some kind of like do a body assessment or maybe um, do a kind of a symptom check, how you're feeling, how you're sleeping, what are some of your issues, do a diary, start the core, and then do that diary with the same symptoms or issues, a couple of days later, a week later, a couple of weeks later, and see how you're changing. And if you're changing positively, then you probably don't have to add anything else. Um, Best is if you can get some baseline tests, and then you can monitor those baseline tests.
That's
Um,
good, Dr. Zinni. So as we wrap up with this last question, Brenda asked, "Are there any known, I'm assuming, side effects that she meant?"
yeah, so the only one I've seen is if people start uh, too much glutathione, that's the glutamate product, all at once. Unfortunately, most Americans think that if a little bit is good, then a lot has got to be better and quicker and faster.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's not such a good thing because glutathione helps the body to detox. And in that detoxing, some people get what's called a Herxheimer reaction. Herxheimer was described as an individual scientist who described this kind of die-off or detoxing effect. And sometimes people will actually feel a little bit worse, kind of punky, like flu-like symptoms. So muscle aches, maybe a low-grade headache, maybe even a low-grade temperature, joint aches. So if that happens and you're taking a bunch of sprays a day, it's usually 2 to 4 a day. If you're taking much more than that, then you might have some reactions. Other than that, I've not seen anything else with any of these.
Awesome. So for those of you who are wondering, you can get the products that was mentioned at the link below, wellbeingpath.myctfo.com/vital, the number 4 life, LYFE. That's wellbeingpath.myctfo.com/vital, the number 4 life, LYFE. Thank you so much, Dr. Philip Zinni, for this amazing discussion on brain health. I know I have learned a lot. For me, to recap, I would say, focus on getting your mind around what you can do with what you have right now, and just focus on doing that for a period of time. Go back and then do the reassessment. Is this working? Is this not? What can I do more of? What can I do less of? And just go from there, right? And really focus on, changing your health and well-being with a lifestyle approach.
Very good. And for those that are interested, Alice is going to post a little video that will kind of give you a broad overview of that foundational pack. God bless you all and look for you next week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to the future of vitality and anti-aging. Our revolutionary products in our Vital for Life pack will support your journey toward optimal health, beauty, and longevity. Let's dive into these groundbreaking discoveries reinventing the health and wellness industry. As you twist and mist delicious glutamist onto the soft tissue of your mouth, you'll love how the nanobubbles enter your body and are delivered in as little as 4 seconds with almost nothing to swallow. Glutamist is an advanced, highly absorbable mist combining nano-sized, pharmaceutical, medical-grade glutathione in our proprietary cellular nutrition blend. This blend of 60 essential ingredients supports detoxification, slows aging, increases energy, and improves regeneration. Modern science confirms that glutathione depletes regularly. Our bodies naturally produce less glutathione as we age, along with factors such as oxidative stressors like stress, poor diet, smoking, pollution, and infections. Our 10x Pure proprietary process enhances the bioavailability of glutathione, optimizing up to 99% absorption and magnifying its benefits. The master antioxidant glutathione supports cellular energy production, healthy aging, muscle and joint health, inflammation health, optimal immune function, natural detoxification, quality sleep, mental focus, and beautiful skin. It is also perfect for athletic performance and the rigors of an active, age-defying lifestyle. CTFO's Performance Mist category is bolstered with the addition of Xanthomist, which delivers powerful mangosteen-derived xanthones directly into the body. Using our 10x Pure proprietary encapsulated nano-emulsion technology, Xanthomist bypasses the degradation of gastrointestinal gut enzymes, ensuring higher potency and bioavailability of its active ingredients. Oxidant-rich Xanthomist supports overall health and well-being, cardiovascular health, a healthy inflammatory response, immune system support, blood sugar balance, and brain function. And we don't stop there. CTFO's 10x Pure Ultimate Multivitamin and Mineral Supplement is a patented breakthrough in the nutrition industry. Enhanced with our 10x Pure delivery technology, it ensures optimal absorption of vital nutrients, supporting cardiovascular health, cognitive function, bone and vascular health, and more. Most vitamins on the market end up in the toilet. Ensuring proper absorption is a crucial key to reaping their health benefits, which CTFO's 10x Pure technology delivers. This innovative supplement combines 23 exceptional ingredients, including amino acids, chelated minerals, biologically active folate, vitamin K2, and vitamin B12. It's the ultimate cost-effective solution, delivering remarkable results for those seeking optimal health and vitality. Finally, meet Super 7, a delicious blend of the world's 7 major superfruits in a delicious, easy-to-assimilate, natural energy-boosting immune support chewable tablet. It delivers vitamins, antioxidants, enzymes, and much more in a daily family favorite ritual. At CTFO, we're committed to changing the future outcome of health and wellness, to advancing truly groundbreaking innovations that help transform how you live, feel, look, and age at the core of our Vital for Life path. Revolutionize your health with Glutamist, Xanthomist, 10x Pure Ultimate, and Super 7 nutritional supplements. Experience the best health technology ever to be introduced with Vital for Life. Take the first step towards a healthier, happier life today. Visit our website and order your Vital for Life pack now. Our commitment to excellence extends beyond quality products. It's about ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. With our 60-day empty bottle guarantee, you can try our products worry-free, knowing that if our product doesn't meet your expectations, you're 100% covered. We'll even refund your shipping. Experience the difference with CTFO's advanced, high-speed nutrition technology and redefine your future. Healthy cells, happy life. Welcome to CTFO.